Last year, this was the man that everyone called the genius behind OpenAI. Ilya Sutskever was not only a co-founder, but he was the mad scientist who, along with Geoffrey Hinton, helped invent the AlexNet convolutional neural network. He's one of the most well-respected AI researchers of our time, and they say OpenAI is nothing without its people, but last year, Ilya experienced a rapid fall from grace.
Fool this man!
When a shocking revelation was revealed. He was one of the board members who stabbed Sam Altman in the back and voted to fire him as CEO. As the legend goes, he was just trying to save humanity from a reckless techno-capitalist who's hell-bent on creating an alternative to man. But his betrayal backfired. Altman quickly retook the throne and became more powerful and dangerous than ever. But in the eyes of the tech bro public, Ilya became the villain and mysteriously disappeared. It looked like his career was over, but yesterday he re-emerged with a big announcement. It is June 20th, 2024, and you're watching The Code Report. Yesterday, a game-changing new startup was launched, SSI, or Super Safe Intelligence. Safe Superintelligence. It's a company with offices in Palo Alto and Tel Aviv that says superintelligence is within reach, and they're building a crack team with one goal, to make superintelligence that doesn't immediately kill us all. Before we talk about why that's ridiculous though, let's take a second to appreciate this website. It doesn't require a single bit of JavaScript, no Tailwind, no TypeScript, no Next.js, just 5 lines of CSS and some HTML. The design is so elegant and beautiful that I'm beginning to think the only thing that could have coded it is some kind of superintelligence. But what even is ASI? Well, artificial superintelligence is a hypothetical software-based intelligence that would be superior to human intelligence. Like, as a human, when you look at a carrot, you don't think of it as being that intelligent. Well, if ASI comes along, this floppy disk may look at you with the same level of superiority. And that could be extremely dangerous because we do horrible things to carrots every day. We cut them, we juice them, we boil them, and all sorts of other carrots' rights violations. If a superintelligence manages to seize the means of production, it's probable that we will suffer a similar fate as the carrot. Wait a second though, we haven't even achieved artificial general intelligence yet. AGI would be intelligence roughly on par with humans that can learn new skills across multiple domains, and the closest thing we have today are multimodal large language models like GPT-4 and Gemini, but everything they do is based on things that humans have already learned and created. It's not like they're cracking unsolved problems in science, and they're not pushing the barrier of artistic novelty. They just regurgitate tokens and are much closer to a search engine than anything actually intelligent. However, they have a ton of money-making potential, and just a couple days ago, Sam Altman said that they may make OpenAI a truly for-profit company and get rid of this weird capped profit structure they have currently. At this point, most people have realized that there's nothing open about OpenAI, and Elon Musk, who was also a co-founder, had a frivolous lawsuit going against them for a stark betrayal of the company's founding mission. However, he dropped that lawsuit without prejudice a couple days ago. Now let's take a closer look at SSI. Is it the real deal? Is it just another attention-grabbing scam? Or is it something far worse? On the website, you'll see that one of the co-founders is Daniel Gross. He's a prolific AI investor who's also invested in Magic.dev, that company that's trying to replace programmers. Between him and Ilya, they'll be able to recruit top talent around the world, but there's really nothing all that special about their announcement. It's not like they uncovered some kind of breakthrough, it's just them leveraging their trust me bro clout. Like, hey, get in loser, we're going to go achieve artificial superintelligence, and totally skip AGI in the process. But the real winner right now is Nvidia, which is now the world's most valuable company, and they just got a new customer who's going to need to buy $1 trillion worth of H100s. At this point, SSI is pure hype until they can prove otherwise. However, there could be a far darker story at play here. I don't believe it's a coincidence that Thomas Crapper created the toilet, and it's no coincidence that Sam Altman is creating an alternative to man. And the acronym SSI is also no coincidence. In 1974, John C. Lilly, the guy who developed the original Joe Rogan float tank and thought he could talk to dolphins, wrote an autobiography called The Scientist. Remember, Ilya was chief scientist at OpenAI. Inside that book, he described something called solid-state intelligence, or SSI, a malevolent entity engineered by humans that eventually develops into autonomous bioform. Quite the coincidence there. When a company calls itself super safe, it almost guarantees that what they're doing is the exact opposite. Like when a corporate news station calls itself trustworthy, or processed food calls itself healthy. Now, militaries around the world are already using AI to blow people up, and that's a beautiful thing because it means we're blowing up the right people and not innocent civilians. But the scariest thing about superintelligence is not that it goes rogue and kills us all like in Terminator, but rather that it falls into the wrong hands. Then that guy creates a bunch of robots and kills us all like in Terminator. And unfortunately, those are the only two possible outcomes long term. This has been The Code Report. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.